That's right there. That's the iconic thing right there. You always used to see back in the day. Yeah.
If you put that on,
Hey, yo.
Only a few could have been used for fighting. The shields you see here are also purely ceremonial. They aren't suitable for real fighting either.
But there was, of course,
Oh, yeah, they go.
Tutankhamun, what a magnificent display.
and what a demonstration of power. Fan bearers once stood to the right and left to the king, as you can imagine here, and they waved fresh air to Tutankhamun, cooling in the Egyptian heat, while disagreeable emissaries of hostile nations had to stand in the hot sun.
On some summer days, the temperature could rise well above 40 degrees Celsius, 104 degrees or more Fahrenheit. That was the power of the sun god, mythically seen as emanating from the king, which the emissaries should feel. These fans contained ostrich feathers. In the illustrations on the brackets, we recognize the name of the king and scenes from an ostrich hunt.
I asked myself whether more than 3,300 years ago, Tutankhamun had really sat on this throne during the solemn rites and ceremonies that were a part of being a king. It was the throne of the most powerful ruler in the world, even if, as in this case, it was occupied by a child or youth. Before this young king, the most powerful in the land and the rulers of foreign peoples bent their knee.
On the inner side of the backrest, we can see a very interesting representation. It's one of Tutankhamun and his wife, Ankhesenamun.
We were very touched by this little scene, a young couple facing each other lovingly in a beautiful, poetic atmosphere. The king is sitting in a relaxed pose on a throne with cushions, and before him stands the girlish figure of the queen. In one hand, she holds a small ointment bowl, while with the other, she gently anoints his shoulder. It is the hereafter was a true mirror of the here and now. As god of the dead, Osiris required that the work of plowing, irrigation, and planting of grain also took place in the fields of reeds. Everyone in the land of the dead is
Fields
therefore
of
required
reeds.
to perform
I heard
this work.
of the son of,
Needed
remember
a
they
king
said the
of
Red
Pharaoh.
Sea?
But as he had
Your
in this
boy
life,
said
the
it's
Pharaoh
called the
also
Field of
had
Reeds. It
no
wasn't the
body,
Red
but
Sea. Wasn't the
servants in
Red Sea.
afterlife.
In order to keep these servants magically available for duty in the afterlife, small statues were made of faience, stone, clay, or wood. These small mummy-formed figures are called Shaktis. Translated, this means the answerers. They're the servants that answer immediately when they're called on. A text in the Book of the Dead gives us more detailed information about these Shaktis.
O Shaktis, if I am obliged to do any kind of work that must be performed in the land of the dead,
What's that hair? See, that's his grandmother. That was the tiny.
It is Tutankhamun's personal memento of his dead grandmother.
Dead grandmother's
It was
hair.
his tomb for him after his death. This small lock of hair was a token of the tender love between a grandmother and her grandchild, and we found it very moving.
Wow. That's right there. That's the iconic thing right there. You always used to see back in the day. Yeah.
if you put that on,
Hey, yo.
Howard Carter discovered about 150 amulets and other pieces of jewelry within the bandages of Tutankhamun's mummy alone. He found additional jewelry in some of the chests and boxes.
This is what he probably was buried with.
Later,
They say it's under the
amulets
bandages.
were